let's assemble everything together. In the previous tutorial, I showed you how to make this dark, moody, very bold wedding cake. And today I'm going to put all my flowers and make an arrangement on a cake. So first, let's talk about the tools I will need to assemble everything on the cake. I'm working with a dummy cake because it's for an outdoor wedding and I have a kitchen cake to go with a dummy cake. I'm not going to protect my wires. I'm going to insert them directly into a dummy cake because it's a dummy cake. So I'm going to use needle nose pliers, wire cutters, and I will need an awl to make holes in my dummy cakes. And that's it. For my flowers, because I want this arrangement to be on a larger scale, I have my favorite David Austin rose. I have this very open, textural, beautiful wafer paper roses. I have a few anemones. And I will link all the tutorials down below in the description if you wanted to learn how to make wafer paper flowers. I have lots of carnations, and you can see my carnations are on a very long stems because I want to add volume. I have my eucalyptus stems to add texture and to add more layered effect onto my cake arrangement. I also made this darker wafer paper leaves with this beautiful bronze color. So what I usually do, I have all my flowers, all my foliage here on my table, and then I just arrange everything in the cake. So let me show you how I do that. Okay, let's start with the cake. I'm thinking about placing my larger arrangement here, more on the side to continue this line growing there. And then maybe to place a smaller flower arrangement on this side, going this way to balance it out. So what I do, I always start with a signature flower. For this arrangement, my signature flower is going to be David Austin rose, and I wanted that to be somewhere on an angle but visible. So I'll take my needle nose pliers and help my rose to go deeper into the cake. Okay, so it's going to stay secured on a cake like this. Now, I wanted to use maybe one of the hydrangeas to give it more length like this. Now, my larger roses, again, I want my roses to be visible and on a longer stem. I'll bend it forward so it will be more visible here. Apples. And maybe one smaller one here on the side. Maybe like this one, this way. Taking my pliers to help to guide it down. Now, I like this placement for my roses, but I wanted to balance my design and maybe place another one somewhere else because it looks a little bit heavy on this side. So it's either should be even heavier. So we either going to double down on this side, maybe like this, or I've set it on the other side. Let's see. And I always make roses or any flowers in different sizes. So I always have an option to pick from. I think I might see if adding foliage will help like this. And another piece somewhere in here. And I'm using my wire cutters to shorten my wire so I don't have to work too hard to push it through. So this kind of looks like my base for the arrangement. I can tell that something is missing here, but I'm not sure if I wanted to place another rose. So let's see if we can use something like carnations to give it more width and length on all sides. If I need to make a hole, I can use an awl and then push my flower through the hole in my fondant. I think something is missing here. So we're building our structure, maybe just right here. I think it looks a little bit more balanced now. Another carnation. And I'm not happy about the hydrangeas, so I'll take it out. And it's okay to change your mind. No one is judging you. Do whatever feels right. Maybe I'll place another rose down there like this. So it looks good from this side too. And I have another piece of foliage that I probably will put somewhere on the back like this. So now we have more layered and dimensional look going that way. And I still have my eucalyptus, but because eucalyptus is so fragile, I prefer to place it closer to the end. I think I have space for another rose or maybe Carnations. Okay, so this is going to be the front of the cake. I don't like this space, that space, and this space. So let's see what we can have. I have one rose left, so maybe I'll place it here. Again, bending it over this way, but behind my Carnations. So we have space here and there. But I think that place will be taken care by Eucalyptus. But I have another Carnation I can place there, like that. I also have anemones, but I think it will be way too many colors. So we'll take my Eucalyptus and we'll start placing that. After placing my Eucalyptus, I'll decide if I wanted to add anything else. One long stem will go here, maybe another one in the same spot. So that's what we have now, making this our focus flower. Let's move a few things around, maybe another eucalyptus here, and I think the last one should go somewhere maybe here or here. Definitely want something in here, but maybe not this one. Maybe small carnation. And the last thing I have is these branches that you can add to any arrangement for the depth, like little textural elements that will work with any cake design. And of course, one long one is behind my eucalyptus. So I'll add it from the back like this and guide towards the edge of my cake. And now we have it. Our very bright, bold, and very elaborate arrangement on the wedding cake. So that's how I usually do that if I want to play with my stems, bend them or cut them shorter. I usually do that at the venue where I see all the flowers being placed and being proportional, and that's what I have left. I always bring the extras if I need to, because at the venue, I might need to decide to add another one or something will break. I wanted to have extra flowers just in case.